Hey, what's up, guys? It's gonna be episode 3 of the LJ Way, and this one is gonna be a little bit different. So I'm recording this after I've done a lot of things, just changing up a bit, saying what kind of style I like the most, and then I'll end a lot of like the activities with a topic and just talk about it, address it, and my thoughts of it. So I just thought this would be kind of a cool, fresh take on how I'm doing it instead of just like the last two where I'm just talking to the camera. Just gotta change things up a bit, make things a little bit more interesting, right? Because my life isn't just about talking to a camera or whatever and preaching whatever the hell I preach. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the vlog, the episode, and yeah. All right, so this is gonna be a little weird. So a friend of mine shared to me a YouTube video of how to get your sense of smell and taste back due to COVID reasons. Of course, I don't know if my anosmia is because of COVID, right? Like it was too late for me to take the test, unless I take antibody tests. But until that's like a sure thing, like 100% success rate or whatever. I know I have the last time I checked, antibody tests for COVID aren't really that great or accurate. So one of the things you can do when you lose your sense of smell and taste is to do olfactory training, right? So basically, what I had to do is try to smell essential oils, like various essential oils, 10 seconds each, twice a day. And so I do this from the morning and the evening, and then find out, just over maybe like 4 months time, which is a pretty long time. Hopefully it comes back before that, of doing this would, stimulate my nerves again, kickstart them, get them going the way they should, right? So I don't know. Oils can be expensive depending on the size and stuff, but I found a small kit on Amazon. This brand is called Laguna Moon or whatever. All right, so it's premium essential oils. All right, doing a little product placement. Cool. And so this one is a set with orange, lavender, tea tree, lemongrass, peppermint, and eucalyptus. Like there's various different oils you can see. And so all I have to do is just smell them and not take like a deep breath or whatever. I have to just smell them normally, go through the whole line, and then just keep doing this 2 times a day, and then hopefully my smell would start to recover. Yeah, I just have to smell this for like 10 seconds each. Kind of feels like I'm doing drugs or something. Just okay. The thing is, though, what's interesting is I can feel. I mean, this was apparent in the beginning, though, is that I can feel aromas. Like if someone came in with a cup of coffee, I can smell the coffee's aroma. Like I can feel it in my nostrils. Like, oh, there's something in the air, but I can't distinguish that's coffee, right? So the orange smell, so like to lavender, they're gonna feel different in my nostrils. But if I didn't know this was lavender, like if I did a blind smell test, I can feel that they're all different, but I can't pinpoint which one is which, if that makes sense. So, despite being handicapped in certain areas, other areas are getting more training, right? Like the ability to feel a smell, which is, I don't know how you can really describe that, but it's like, it has a different. This is lemongrass, by the way. It just has a different feeling. All of them have a different feeling. Peppermint, I can't really distinguish them again, but they do feel different. So hopefully that's something good, right? Like I can distinguish by feel in my nostrils, like if that makes sense. But that's it for now, and then I just have to keep repeating this process. Hopefully, it leads to me getting my senses back. All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Binging with Babish. That was pretty good, right? What I'm gonna make right now is toast with some lower fat cream cheese because I can't obviously taste. And then I have strawberries, banana, little banana, and then I have some honey, and I have multi-grain bread that I got up to toast. All right, and then I have chives for some eggs. I'm just gonna make a basic little omelet, good source of proteins and whatever, eggs beneficial, health benefits, whatever. But start with the eggs actually. So I got the chives. Chives are kind of a pain because all like hairs and stuff to deal with. I'm also a person that doesn't like to scrape my knife, a little knife etiquette. That's how you easily ruin the edge a bit. I don't want to sharpen my knives as much as I could. And this is just going to get mixed in with the egg. Alright, so we're good here. Alright, that's one. And two. Right? Cool. Good. Try to stand away from the light. I don't know why I got regular table salt when I obviously prefer kosher, but it was the cheapest that I could find. Alright. I got pepper that came with its own grinder and was a little bit more expensive. Like, what's wrong with me? Anyway, so alright. So fast forward, I already made my scrambled eggs. Also, one of the things I like to do is, as you're cooking, clean up your station as much as you can while you're waiting for something. It's time management, and the cleaner your station, the better you're gonna work, right? The more prepared you are. So, I gotta clean my bowls again, the forks. I like to clean as I go, and it's just more efficient, right? So next, we're just gonna prepare the the strawberries. Gonna get my paring knife. Where's it at? Right here. Obviously they've been rinsed, and I just like to get the tops off with a paring knife, just to not waste so much strawberry as you're removing the top. Some people just chop them off completely, and you're just wasting a lot of strawberry, right? Like a lot of extra fruit. So I use a paring knife, and I just go around it in an angle until it comes off, right? So you don't waste that much strawberry. Looks pretty. So just gonna do that for all of them. Fairly thin, right? Because we want to put these slices on our toast. That's probably good enough. And then the rest I'm just gonna have on the side just to eat on their own. It's kind of funny that I'm eating it like, you know, as someone that can't even taste, right? I'm preparing the food in a certain way as if I can taste it. You know, like technically I can just eat all this food separate or whatever, you know, instead of having it all at one, like a fancy little toast. But I don't know. I like to, you know, just practice my craft, right? And I just messed up that slice, but I like to practice my craft, right? And why am I doing it like that? It's just faster to just cut it normally. Back then, you know, I used to frequent the gym a lot, right? Of course, I was probably a little bit more stronger and buff or whatever, but I was still weighing a lot because I basically worked out to eat, because I wanted to eat whatever I want, and I worked out just to cancel everything out. So I wasn't really getting fit. I mean, I was exercising a lot, but things kind of, yeah, balanced out. And so I wasn't really as fit as I could have been, because I was still putting a lot of junk in my body. They say it's what, built in the kitchen, sculpted in the gym, is like the saying. I believe in, like, you know, the whole saying, like, oh, when you're making food, you know, like the secret ingredient is love or whatever. Yeah, you have to be passionate about it. If you're making food with like negative energy within yourself, it's gonna you're gonna notice it in your food, right? It's one of those things. Yeah, breakfast is pretty much done, and I'm just gonna add the honey to the toast. Ooh, all right, cool. And breakfast is served. All right, good job, LJ. Woo! Loving yourself, self-love. You know, a lot of people have difficulty doing it, right? You can just say, hey, why don't you just love yourself? And it's not going to happen, right? It doesn't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. Michael Jordan wasn't Michael Jordan when he was born. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to organize this in 5 selves that you have to work on, right? There's probably more, but these are the 5 that I can talk about and I feel like are the most important to actually address, that I can just verbally go on about. So self-esteem, self-care, self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-validation. All right. So let's go with the first one, right? Self-esteem, you know, confidence. How do you become confident, you know, in yourself? What you do, who you are, what you stand for, right? What you can do, what you can't do. You know, there's a thing about like being confident in yourself and then being cocky, right? So in order to be confident, you have to understand what you are capable of doing and what you aren't capable of doing. Understanding your strengths and weaknesses, right? In simpler terms. And once you realize what your strengths and weaknesses are, you are aware of your self-worth. That's a sick self, but you understand your worth, basically. And by understanding what you're good and not good at, you kind of have a sense of knowing if you're well prepared for something or not, right? You can go into things, and if you know for sure that you are good at something, then you know you're going to be able to do good, right? You're aware of it. you also have to understand to be humble, right? To be open for improvement. You know, you're always going to be a student to something, right? There's always room for improvement. You get less discouraged. If something bad happens, you understand, all right, this is happening because I lack the knowledge, I lack the skill set, but I know I can prevent this from happening after this, right? Learning from your mistakes. And that goes, I'm going to talk about learning with mistakes on self acceptance. But for right now, this is self confidence, you know, your self esteem. So, self esteem is working on your confidence, understanding your worth, what you can and can't do, and being open for improvement. Self care is number 2. And so, what I mean by that is being healthy, right? Not only in your mind and your body, you know, mentally, physically. Just improving your well being and not neglecting your body. Listen to your body, basically. So, if you're aware that there's something in you that you struggle with, right? Let's say you have with sleep, right? A lot of people have trouble with sleep. I have trouble with sleep. So, what can I do to improve my sleep, right? What are the steps I can do to improve my sleep? And that goes on with a lot of things, right? It could be your diet, it could be your stress levels, it could be being so addicted to technology, right? Blue lights and playing video games, watching shows, reading stuff online, things that keep you awake, and knowing that, okay, one is enough to just listen to my body. I'm tired. I must go to sleep. You have to acknowledge and listen to your body, basically. That's all it is. If you know that you're lacking something in a mental or physical trait, then work on that. Work on your self-care. Look at the picture, the overall picture. Or you can say, I struggle with my weight, right? So what can you do to improve your weight? If you want to lose weight, if you want to gain weight, if you want to maintain your weight, you know, what are the things that you can do to improve that? You know, things that you do not like about yourself physically or mentally. And that's a recurring thing. What you like about yourself and what you dislike about yourself. I'm going to talk about that at the end. Self-awareness. All right. So self-awareness is being able to understand your emotions, your feelings, your desires, being able to reflect, right? Being open to new ideas. Like, say, if someone talks to you about something, hey, you should try this thing. It might be good for you. You should reflect on how it is for yourself and is it going to be able to improve me, and apply it to yourself, right? So being able to be really in tune with your emotions. If you are upset about something, then you are upset. It's okay to have negative emotions. I know I'm all about being uplifting and positive energy and vibes, right? But if you neglect the negative emotions that you feel, you won't be able to appreciate the positive feelings that you feel, right? It also helps to be able to share and open about how you feel to other people. It's like, hey, I'm not feeling well today, LJ. I just wanted to let you know that. And then I can say, all right, let me know when you want to talk. Let me know if you want to open up about it. And if not, then I hope you feel better, right? You also have to understand, again, your desires. So what you want in life, right? And being able to know if you can obtain things or not. Because you can't obtain everything in life, right? It's just being more aware of your place in the world around you. So that's self-awareness. Self-acceptance. This is pretty important. I think a lot of people struggle with self-acceptance, you know? And self-acceptance means that you understand that you're not perfect. No one is perfect. Okay? We all make mistakes. And you aren't afraid of making mistakes, because mistakes can be the best teacher for you, the best way to learn from. The best way to prove that you learn from your mistakes is doing better next time, preventing it from happening, succeeding. You also have to be more patient with yourself and understand that you have a different pace of going through life than other people. So be patient with yourself. There's no reason to be hard on yourself. Absolutely none. Self-acceptance, you have to be able to know that you can stand behind the choices that you make in life. Right? That you're confident the choices you're going to make are going to improve yourself and result into something that will work out for you. So that's self-acceptance. And the last one is self-validation. So self-validation, right? You do not seek the validation of others. It's only within you that you have to validate. With self-validation comes believing in yourself. So that's very important. As long as you have the belief in yourself, you can do so many things. All right. A lot of life is how you react to it. Life is 1% what happens to you, 99% how you react. If you stay stagnant, if you let the things that you dislike in life keep happening, then you're not going to like yourself. You're just adding to the dislikes within yourself. And in order to love yourself more, you increase the things you like and apply it within yourself. So it's about decreasing the dislikes and increasing the likes. And so if you see somebody that you aspire to be, idols, whoever it is, your friends, your family, mentors, teachers, seniors, whoever it is in life, and they have these skill sets that you lack, apply it within yourself. You don't like that you lack these skills, so apply it within yourself so that you can like it and you can like yourself, right? It's all about self-improvement in the end. All this is going to result in knowing your place in life. You also end up feeling good about yourself, and you become more resilient when bad things happen in life. Deeply rooted in having that positive mindset, when you understand who you are, what you can do, and just because you love yourself, you won't do things where you're going to suffer. The things that you interact with, you approach it a lot differently. You see things differently. You notice things differently. You can read situations a lot better. So that's all I have to say about when it comes to how to love yourself. All right, you got to remember the 5 selves: self-esteem, self-care, self-acceptance, self-validation, and self-awareness. And what's good about it is that they're all connected. So if you work on one, it's easier to work on the other. It just comes with it. Just remember, there's things around you in life that can help you improve in that area. That's all I have to say about it, really. This was episode 3.